And how are you finding like isolation, all that in terms of training? Like you still working away and
Yeah,
everything?
I'm still trying like more or less full time. Like I have when we training partners just over the road, and he hasn't really been seeing anyone either, neither have I. So we've just kind of been going down to the gym and going about because it's the keys to the gym. So lucky enough, so it's only two of us in there. What we train twice a day, train first thing in the morning, then we train in the evening time. Steven actually had a boxing coach come over to me last night for the first time, I think, in like 5 or 6 weeks, just to get a bit of training,
Mm,
just something different, just to mix it up.
yeah. Um. So, you're kind of a funny one, aren't you? Because, like, like, did you ever box as an amateur? Like,
Ah, no, I never had any really ambitions of boxing as an amateur. Like I've always liked the side of the program. I've been fighting kickboxing since I'm just 9 going 10, and I've always been watching boxing. I've always had a bit of interest in it. I was actually training with Stephen as a kid. That's how I actually knew Stephen from Cabra Boxing Club. And then so I was only training there for a few months, but I just couldn't get into the atmosphere down there. That's not towards the club ring, that's towards Cabra Boxing. I just didn't wasn't really into the amateur side of things, the way they done the training. So I was just sticking at the kickboxing.
yeah,
And eventually I was over with Stephen, I was a bit older, and I was sparring the lads over there week in, week out. I didn't really not that I didn't feel like I didn't feel like second to any of the lads. Like even the lads who were coming to spar me, I sparred some top lads like before I actually went pro and all. I felt comfortable doing it. So Stephen asked me if I want to go pro. I was yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like obviously I already did compete pro in the kickboxing, so I know like what it takes, like what the standard is and the type of training. Like I've had 10 pro fights, like which is a lot. Like from had had my first pro fight when I was 17. I fought like a really experienced lad. Like he had a big name in the Muay Thai kind of scene and the K1 scene in the world.
yeah.
And yeah, realistically, I don't think I should have beaten that. Like everyone like said, no way, this fight's like way out of the league, and coming in like smashing that man. He did.
Yeah. How did you get into kickboxing? Like, who got? Was it your dad or what? What was it? Was it some family member or what was it?
uh, my coach was actually working in my nanny's house when I was younger, and he just told me to come around and try a class. And it was this time around he actually on a floor like around like a wooden floor I used to train on around around the corner from my house. So I said I went down and tried a training session, and I just
Mhm.
liked it and stuck at it. Just went from there.
Um, like in terms of kickboxing, like you've represented Ireland and everything, haven't you? Especially at pro level as well.
Yeah, I had.
You turned pro really really young. Why did you turn pro so young in kickboxing? It was only 17 you turned pro, wasn't it?
Yeah. Would have turned pro so young. Actually because in kickboxing the standard like is the high like it's called WACO. This be the main organisation, but like IABA, you
Yeah.
have WACO. Like the professionals are allowed to compete in the amateurs.
Hmm.
So like I felt like just I needed to have that little bit of a step up, give me that advantage when I'm going across internationally to fight.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, boxing, like like you probably know this already. It's very much a business, and in Ireland, it's all about selling tickets and the people that backing you, who you sign with. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. What's the difference between that and kickboxing? Like, is kickboxing very different structure in terms of professional?
Yeah, like I feel like the boxing, yeah, in that terms, yeah, it is a lot different. Like we do have to sell like a certain amount of tickets like when we're fighting as well, just to get on the card. Like no, most of the time, anyways. Like amateur wise, like you wouldn't because they do have a few amateurs on the night as well, or pro card. But the last, I'd say, year and a half, 2 years, all the cards are just stacked with just pro fights. Like you do have to sell a certain amount of tickets, especially if you're fighting like a big high level opponent that brings someone over from Thailand to fight
Yeah.
Germany, whatever. You have to kind of do your own bit as well. Like you're gonna get your fights, you're gonna get your fights out of your club, out of your gym. Like there's no real management company. There's no such thing as that really.
Hmm.
Like you don't really see that. Like I think there is like one place. There's a place called Yokio. Like they do manage fighters. Like you see some people doing it, and they
Yeah.
promote the fighters. You don't see it that often.
Mm. Is there like in terms of money, would you say it's less for a prospect kickboxer
Yeah,
pro making
that's one.
money compared to a boxer who's a prospect? Because obviously, as a prospect young boxer, you're still not going to make great money, but the idea is that you're going to get paid well, once you get to a certain point. Do you know what I mean? When you're a contender, etc.
Yeah, no, like in the kickboxing and the Muay Thai, the money's not great. Even when you're getting them big fights, like
Mm-hmm.
you know, really see you're paying them much. It's more like I feel like the kickbox more of a big passion or a lifestyle you'd be doing it for. Like it's all drive like on how much you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's you're not really in it for the money. Like there's no way you can make a living on it. Like I'd say only about 4 or 5 big fighters in the whole. No, there's obviously a good few making a living off it, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that they're doing great. They're not going to be driving around in Ferraris or anything like the boxers.
yeah. I think the problem from what I've heard is there's not a lot. Like it's quite exciting to watch, but there's not a lot of money behind it in terms of like even the top guys like the people I know like Joe Schilling and stuff like that. I know they still don't even make that much money. Like, so I mean,
Yeah,
but
Joe Schilling had the MMA did just to make a few quid. Like he was fighting on Glory and all, and I think he was only getting like. I remember I seen the payrolls for the Glory. I think he was getting like 7 or 8 grand just to fight. Like I know it is
that's
money, but like
scandalous.
it's not like
That's
for the
scandalous.
standards for what he's been doing his whole life and competing, he's just not making it.
Yeah. Um, you were pro for about was it 4 years? So what made you like this year? Like just like obviously a week or so ago. What was it that
But just
made you just pack it in and just go right? I'm just gonna go with boxing.
well, I had my last fight there in Muay Thai down in Limerick. I don't know if you've seen the knockout or not, the spinning elbow.
I haven't seen that yet, but I will watch it now that you told me.
Yeah, I sent on the other. I fought down there and I beat my opponent and I got out of the ring and I broke up and I was kind of looking at myself saying, this is going to be a week in, week out. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. Like, I love the atmosphere, I love everything about it. But I was saying, like, I'm over at Stevens. I was flat out over there at the time, and I was really enjoying what I was doing. So I'd love to be out. I'd love to be trying full time with this team now, and I was kind of considering it, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really think too much about it. And then I was over in Stevens, I think sparring with Ryan, and after I finished the spar, I kind of came to the ring and said, I really enjoyed it. I said, well, I'm gonna really start to consider it. And I really thought about it for a few weeks because I had a lot of time off. I had I think 3 weeks off because I was meant to fight after I fought Eric. I was meant to fight 3 weeks later against the Irish champion at his weight at 65, and I actually I had tore some ligaments in my foot, like just minor, and my knee was all blown out, so I couldn't fight in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And that just gave me time to think about it, and I just decided, right, I'm gonna go down to boxing now. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've always kind of wanted to go into the pro boxing side of things, and now I finally got the opportunity. So I said, right, I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. I know it's kind of a weird point, a weird kind of time because you've turned over pro, but you haven't been able to train in with Stephen full time since you've turned over. I
Yeah,
know
no,
I know you've been training before, like, but in terms of like you look at the pedigree of boxing, like in terms of amateur, it's got in the Olympic sport and stuff like that. How have you find adjusting to it? Because obviously it is a different sport in terms of there's things that you can't do in boxing there's things that you can do in boxing but you can't do it in kickboxing, and vice versa. Like, how have you found the transition so far in terms of head
yeah, like
movement, all these type of things that are a little bit different?
yeah, like I've been when it's like I said, when I've been training with Stephen the last few years, he's kind of had me doing these head movement drills, the
Yeah.
working on the pads and all different types of drills. So I kind of been starting to get used to it over time. So when I came in, it wasn't all a big shock. Like the first week or two, I was kind of getting a bit frustrated. I was thinking, is this what I want to actually do? And all like when I was in it, and then I started to enjoy it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I did like for the first week or two, I was questioning it, and then after that, then I just kind of found places. Like I feel like give myself a bit of time. Like I only got to train over there for I think about 5-6 weeks, like full time. I think something like that. And obviously this all happened. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to sign over with Stephen? I know Stephen has a good gym there. You've got Victor, Tiernan Bradley, Keane McMahon, Craig McCarthy. There's probably more that I'm missing out there now, but yeah. So, like, what made you sign over with Stephen?
I just think they're one of the best gyms in the country at the moment. Like they're flying there, and all the lads are kind of coming together at the same level. Like just coming up, they're all at the start their careers like proper. Like, I'm not saying like I don't mean proper, but like they're all kind of going proud at the same stage. So I
Mm-hmm.
just want to kind of game with them at the same time. I don't want to leave myself too far behind with them.
Yeah. And like, have you been sparring many of the lads there? Like, I know he's like, who would be kind of in and around your way? Because I know you're more kind of lightweight kind of area in boxing, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll find out lightweight. That's the plan. I have a few fights at light welter as well, because that's what I did fight originally in the kickboxing.
Yeah.
I can like the lightweight limit. And I've been sparring Victor, sparring Ryan, Keane, Christian. I've been sparring all the lads. Like I've sparred like the Pierce and all. Pierce, I sparred Dean Welch. I sparred a good few lads.
Mm-hmm. And you, am I right in saying you were supposed to be fighting at a ranking show?
That's where I was meant to make my debut. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And now that this has all happened, like, you're kind of in a position of a lot of other lads where you don't really have the luxury now of bringing a journeyman for 4 rounders anymore, because like obviously the cost is going to be extortionate, you know what I mean? And I know Stephen has links with cards over in England that you could probably get over to as well, maybe. But in terms of fighting now, like, do you think, from conversations with you and Steve, do you think you might end up to having 50-50 fights straight away because of the situation with the pandemic? Or what do you
How do you
think?
mean, like 50-50 fights? Like,
Well, sorry, 50-50, what I mean by 50-50 is Irish. Do you mean? Because obviously, boxing, like your first 3-4 fights in Ireland, you pay for your opponent to come over who's a
yeah,
journeyman who has 90 losses and
no.
yeah, but you can't obviously, the flights would
I'd
be
be
too
happy.
much, you know.
I'd be happy to jump in with whoever they put me in front of. If they ask me to fight Gary Cully next week, I'll fight Gary Cully. Like, it doesn't make a difference to me. Like I seen him calling out the rabbi, like it's like I said in the kickboxing scene or whatever Muay Thai. You just get in a fight. There's no like, I'm gonna fight these two lads first. I don't care. Like, if he wants me to fight the best fighter first, I'll fight the best fighter first. It doesn't make a difference to me.
But I think it's a good, like a fresh mentality that you have going sport, because especially at this
I feel like
moment.
a lot of people care about that. In the boxing, like, I know they go on that paper record, like flying out. I don't care about it. I just want to go in and enjoy myself and fight the best.
Yeah.
Just do what I did in the kickboxing. Only that's how I made my name myself. That's how I became Irish champion that way. Like, I didn't get any easy fights from the start, so I don't want any easy fights in the boxing. I don't want to fight a journeyman. Give me the best fighter first. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. And it's good in a way as well, especially in Ireland, like, because a loss doesn't mean that much in Ireland. If you know, like, it's not like someone who's building towards a world title. Do you know what I mean? Like, a loss
Yeah.
can be really hard to sell after that. Like, sell the fighter into.
I feel like I'm not going to get that respect in Ireland because I don't have 9 amateur Irish titles behind me. But come here, I know myself, I'm going to be able to give the best lads out there a go. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to kind of call the name a little bit, get their attention. Just the fact of never, like, obviously boxing for, so they're not going to look at me as much, but I know what I'm capable of to get me.
Yeah. It's also a good thing for you to have the mentality coming in, because the chances are you won't be able to pick a journeyman anyway. So, you know, whoever gets mentioned with you, you'll be able to go in there and just fight straight away. The only difference that would be is when you take these fights, is there's going to be building towards it. You know, 6 weeks of building, a little bit promoting, posters, stuff like that. So that's kind of the difference in it. But in kickboxing, I suppose you kind of just, you know who you're fighting, like, but it's not as
No, like, no fairness, there would be a good atmosphere behind it on the lead up.
yeah,
Like, if you
no,
have a
I believe there'd be good atmosphere. I mean, as in, like, the promotion for it. Do you know what I mean? The interviews back and forth, kind of things like that. Like, you know, to help you sell tickets. But is there anyone in your mind that you'd be fine? You'd be looking to fight straight away in those weight
right.
classes?
And anyone, really, anybody, I'm happy to make my debut against anyone. Like, anyone. That's being honest. Like,
Have you
I don't
looked
really
up
have.
any names in particular, or any?
Not really. Only just like I said, anybody. I haven't really been looking at them.
Yeah. I'll just I'll name off a few, see if you know name. So would lightweight be your absolute limit? Would you say?
Lightweight. Lightweight or light welter.
Yeah. So Kelvin McDonald, Sean Duffy, Ray Moyle. Well, obviously Joe Fitzpatrick is the Irish champion, and Joe Fitzpatrick is the Celtic champion, and Gary Cully is the Irish champion.
I'd like to fight Joe Fitzpatrick for Gary Cully. I definitely like to fight him. Yeah, I'd fight him in my debut if you want me to fight him. Just to make things easier. Yeah, I was watching a bit of Joe on YouTube. I don't actually rate him that much. Like, I just think he's a very awkward looking fighter. Like, I don't think there's much to him. I don't think he's special. Yeah. Like the way I don't know how. Obviously, I think he's 10-1 or 9-1 or 10-1, is he?
Yeah. So, lightweight in Ireland, like, is really where it's happening, isn't it? There's a lot of fights there.
I think Sean McComb moved down to lightweight.
Sean McComb.
Didn't he?
Yeah. He's moving down. Yeah. A great one for you would be Stephen McAfee or Marty Quinn. Stephen McAfee or Marty Quinn, or Aidan Metcalf.
To be honest,
Marty Quinn would be a great one now, but you could even fight Tierney's younger brother Callum
Bradley, yeah. I'm afraid I can't be then. Stephen actually was originally a kickboxer. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. But
I actually remember Stephen fighting Dylan Moran.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fought each other. They had a good fight. It actually was a mad fight. It was because Stephen's small. Like, it's hard to believe Stephen fought at 67 at one point.
Yeah, well, Stephen's like you. He's game. Like his last fight that he won against Kelvin. Like, Kelvin's a good boxer, but
he fought Eric Donovan, didn't he?
Stephen, he fought for an Irish title. Yeah. But like you could like, he's the same as you. Like, he got a fight against Kelvin 2 weeks' notice. Said, yeah, I'm in. Took it, no problem. I didn't fought him and beat him, but he's the same mentality as you. Like, he just, anytime he gets a call, he's straight in. But and he was a Celtic champion as well. So yeah. So that could be one. That'd be a great one for you, two former kickboxers, you know.
Maybe an atmosphere to
it. Is there anything else you want to say? Like, is there anyone on your radar, anything like that, or?
No, I don't have anyone on my radar. But whoever comes up, I don't mind. I was actually one person actually did stand out to me as well as one of Pete Taylor's lads, Senan Kelly. I'd like to fight him as well. Yeah, Senan Kelly. Yeah, that'd be an interesting fight as well. Yeah.
Have you seen him fighting or anything like that, or?
I've seen videos of him fighting. Yeah, he's a good boxer. But
yeah.
I'd test myself against him.
Yeah. So is there anything that in particular that made you that stood out to you that made you want to kind of fight him?
I've seen him on Instagram a bit the way he goes on, so like that interests me. Like, he's over in Pete Taylor's, like, so.
Yeah.
It'd be a fight interesting. Like, I feel like a lot of people are going to write me off just the fact of having had any boxing experience. So
yeah.
I think it's going to be a big shock to him to get in there.
Yeah. What's the conversation you've had with Stephen? Like, what has Stephen been saying to you? Like, has he been saying, like, this is the route we're going to go down? Has he told you any ideas that he has for you at the moment in terms of opponents or anything like
that? Yeah, more or less. Yeah, like a few fights over in the UK. Like, that's the plan. Like, the idea was to have me first pro fight, like, on King of Kings. Didn't really discuss the pounds and like that.
Yeah.
But then that's the plan to go over to the UK to have a few fights. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, deadly, Kieran. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for your time, Aaron Oreilly. Newly turned over pro. So, yeah.
Sound, Kieran. Appreciate it.
See you very much. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye. Bye.